Hello my good students, welcome back to our Battlestations Pacific Remastered campaign as the US forces. We are on mission number 7, the Invasion of Tarawa, a completely air support orientated mission, so there's a lot of flying about in this one. Let's have a look over our objectives. I believe this is rather simple on the base game, so I'm very interested to see what they do with the remaster once again. So firstly we need to protect the destroyers from aerial attack, and secondly we need to strafe any land batteries on the island. I'm sure other things will pop up as we progress through the mission. There's no hidden objective at the moment, which is interesting because in the base game there was a hidden objective to destroy every single AA gun on the Tarawa island. So it's interesting they've removed that. Perhaps they have changed quite a bit and there might be quite a bit of a challenge. We're going in rather blind, so let's see what we can do. Ooh, this is a very nice choice indeed. Do we want to swap Hellcats or Corsairs? I think we're going to need the rockets from Corsairs, so we're actually going to change the Hellcats to Mustangs. I think the shooting stars, interesting choice, but I think the Mustangs are quite reliable. I know what we're getting with these, so I'm just going to go for them and go in and see how the mission goes as per usual. Okay, so it appears far more hands-on than the base game is, or compared to the base game. So we are immediately going to launch as many Mustangs as possible, and that is only a few flights, but that should be all we need. We are going to scout ahead with one group and go to the eastern side over here with the second group that is just launching off. So hopefully we spot something rather soon on the on the launch map that was prepping us for the mission. It looked like aerial combat should be coming in this sort of direction here. So just going to wait around and hope we spot something. Keep the other flights in close combat air support there over our carriers, but just keep some sight out to see where the enemy comes from. And here we go. Looks like we've spotted some Bettys already, which is rather nasty. Massive ordnance on those bombers. So where will they be coming from? They are quite far away, 4-ish kilometers away. Keep both those alive. I missed that, but not a problem. Can we track that at all? No, it's not a problem. We are closer with this group though, that is absolutely fine. There's a group of 5 Bettys, that is rather heavy. They're going to have a lot of supporting fire on their gunning seats. So we're going to go approach from the top side of them. Absolutely, that and the bottom are the safest when approaching bombers, since of course their gunners don't particularly angle in those directions. We can see on the radar another squadron coming in as well. So we dealt with the first one just fine. These are torpedo bombers coming in now, so they should be at a lower altitude. Well, actually no, it does not appear so. They are not quite prepared for that. So right on top of us already. Really pushing the G-force on that turn there, I feel. Thank God this isn't War Thunder. Oh dear, War Thunder is so difficult though. I don't know if anyone is accustomed to it at all or has played it, but it's not for me. Can't quite get my head around the more genuine tactics you have to use on that, the more authentic tactics. Look like we're guessing, oh Christ, I did not see this at all. Focusing too much on one group there, and that looks like they might just get something off. No, we'll certainly go around for these Bessies. Should have been more alive to that. Thinking about other things as per usual. Going to slow down a bit here and try and get this lead Bessie as quickly as possible. I'm glad we kept some sort of Mustangs in close air support here. Nearly got caught short then, but this is extremely different already from the base game, which just has you attack the island and some PC boats directly. We are going to switch over here now. Not particularly difficult if you stay alive to every threat, which is of course the main challenge. Let's try and get these Mustangs and order them over to these Bessies, shall we? Always focus on the closest target possible, of course. We are ripping the wings off of these Bessies. Look at that. Rather unlucky for them. Struggling with the dive here though.
Enemy aircraft incoming.
Making it look harder than it needs to be. I think we'll be alright on the other approaching Bessies to the north there. We leave it to the AI there. Just avoid a quick collision there. Scratch the paint there. Wave hello to the other Japanese pilots there. Show some respect before we gun them down. Just get that one. Okay, looks like we're okay over there. Tell both of these to attack this group here. And make sure we turn around and hit these Bessies hard over in this group. There we go. Come on. Come on. Brilliant stuff. I'm just going to tell these to attack the rear Bessies there, actually, just to get a head start on them while we approach and attack these as well. But this is exactly what the base game needed, is some sort of minor change-ups to how they approach missions, because it's quite a similar gameplay loop throughout missions. And they are somewhat on the bland side after playing them for years and years. So, which, you know, it's not the worst complaint after playing it for so long. It's just naturally how that's going to occur. But having some sort of different approach and being a bit more hands-on with how you handle things is so much better. Really feel the difference in this mod. Very much enjoying it. Been playing through a little bit of the Japanese campaign here and there as well in my own time. It's so good. It looks like they brought in as well one or two missions from Battlestations Midway. They had the special challenge missions in that, which weren't tied to the narrative, which is really good actually, and especially since you have the freedom in this game to choose extra units. What have we got here? Both carriers are safe. Excellent stuff. That's what we like to hear. In stark contrast to our War on the Sea series, where they had to recently go back to the dockyard. But now we have some battleships to protect, I believe. Yes, here we go. So we have this force down here. I think we're going to send, going to bring these fighters over here. And we're going to send these fighters down here. Can we bring up any more fighters? No, we can't. We're currently locked on those last few air groups. So we're going to send both of these fighters down to protect the battleships and the cruiser there. Because we don't know at all what is going to approach those. We can only assume that they will be coming under heavy air attack as well. We didn't actually take any hits by the looks of it on our CVs, which is excellent news. So I think we're going to snap forwards now to see if there's any sort of air contact in the future. We might be waiting around here a little time. Just coming into contact now with the bases. Keep both USS Colorado and Maryland afloat. Okay then, so we have just come into contact, as you've seen, with some sort of air attacks. It's going to be from the south if our primary objective is now to focus on these ships down here. And that is absolutely fine because we had prepared for that somewhat. I might actually take the opportunity here to strafe a few AA guns just to make sure we're a little bit safer. In the skies here. Do not want them interfering with us at all. Stray shots from these can be rather lethal, actually. Can we find any more, though? Seeing the tracer fire, there are unfortunately planes coming in, and that is, of course, the biggest threat there. Perhaps we should have sent all of our planes down, so I'm going to send these Mustangs down now to attack this group here. And we are going to speed our way down to the Gills. We don't have any naval supplies available. I was hoping perhaps for a throttle boost so we could get there a little bit quicker, of course.
That's a kill.
Should really have predicted that the main force was going for the battleships and such, but not a problem, not a problem. I'm sure we have the skill and determination to finish off these Japanese fighters and bombers. Poor pilots there, not knowing what's going to hit them, of course. Near collision there, near collision, and again with our own planes. Look at all of them on the radar there, though. That is absolutely disgusting amount of planes. The third squad definitely needed there. We just go to climb. It's very difficult to keep an aim on while also trying not to stall as well. It needs to be done. Bring this group over there so we get something in the back. Don't want to focus fire too much on similar groups there. Let's do that like this. That's what I was aiming for. The closest, of course, first. We'll go for this group. There we go. Come on. Oh, that was very, very close on that Jill there. Very, very close. And actually quite needed. Brilliant stuff. We'll take control of this group, which has finally come into the battle. Did take its time a little bit there. Bring over here. Let's go over to this group.
That's a confirmed kill.
There's a lot to hold on to, actually, here. A lot to hold on to. Christ. New York class battleships, not with the best AA either. I think mostly small arms, actually. But at this sort of distance, a lot of small arms can make a big difference. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Couldn't quite get the turn there. Very glad we went for Mustangs, actually. Oh Christ, here we go. That's getting a bit close. That's getting a bit close. Getting a little too much for us to handle, maybe. A little too much, maybe. No such thing. No such thing, of course. Lost sight of those Judies very quickly. Come on, turn around. That's going to drop. There we go. Oops, camera snapped over rather cheekily. Oh shit, where's that one gone? Shit, come on, come on, come on. Do not drop your torpedoes. How dare you. Thank God they're going for the point blank drop there. That's a lotter. That is a lotter. It's a hell of a lot. Perhaps we really should have brought in the fourth squad, but I do want to make sure our carrier is covered. So you never know. It's been very quiet over there, though. Wish bloody battleships were quicker. Give over some orders there, just so we're focusing a few different flights there. It's going to get rather intense, as if it's not already. Some ace piloting skills here, clearly. May actually have to launch another Mustang flight. We're only with the one in this flight. And they are starting to drop some bombs. Look at all of the planes coming in now. Absolutely disgusting amount. Absolutely disgusting amount of planes. Can't launch any more of our own yet, though. Are they going to drop? Oh, they did drop one torpedo there. Need the closest. Jesus Christ, it's right above us. We're going to have to ignore that, I think, and go for this group over here. That is extremely close. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my Christ, there's so many of them. What the hell? Sorry, but we're just going to have to ignore one or two of these groups, I think. Just have to go for the volume rather than... Oh my god. Oh, we're losing one of these battleships here. Yeah, they've dropped. Not a lot of point in carrying on with this, but got to get them for the principle of it. Look at how many fighters there are! Look at them! We should have done this ages ago. Let's bring these down. Oh my god, look how many attack aircraft there are. This is a hell of a lot different and harder. Much harder than the base game. Which I'm very, very grateful for, but it's frustrating as well. We'd have basically been done by now if this was the base game. Oh, we could have to get the torpedo bombers. They're far more deadly than the dives. But they have dropped. They have dropped. Look at that. How are we doing on health with these? Colorado very nearly down. Oh, look at all of them, though. Look at all of them. We're going to lose this. Gonna frankly lose this. Yeah, that's another one drops there. Battleships, why you no move quicker? Why you not move quicker? Very nearly went into the sea there. One of the battleships is going down. Yeah, that is rather unfortunate, but sort of expected there with the massive amount of attack aircraft here. And a complete lack of fighters as well to deal with it. Far too many of them. Is this one retreating? It is. Let's not go after that then. Not at all worthwhile going after retreating aircraft. They have expended their payload. Very glad we didn't choose veteran difficulty as well. Because we've probably lost both battleships by now. Look at all of these groups. Too many. Don't know what this one's doing, not following the orders once again. Go for this group here. I think this particular Mustang is doing very well not to have gone down yet. Look at the health it's on the bottom right, and it is only the last Mustang in its flight. So losing this will be rather a blow. So we'll have to launch another and bring that over from the carriers. We don't have direct control of, but that is finally the end of it. Jesus Christ. We're going to have to actually attack the island now, though, I believe.
USS Ringgold, move to bombarding position.
USS Ringgold on the way.
Got that. Air support will be right with you.
Are we now going to get more fighter slots? No, we are not. Excellent stuff. Oh, they're down here as well now. Okay, I'm actually going to land this Mustang so that we can replenish that with a full squad. And I'm going to land this one as well because that's only on one Mustang as well. That's going to take quite a bit of time though, because they do first have to get to the carriers and of course land, and then we need to bring out some more as well. And I think that's going to be far too late. They're going to have to send less at us here, because of course destroyers cannot take the punishment that these battleships did by any stretch of the imagination. And the Maryland there would have probably gone down as well if we got a few more torpedoes on it. Very sad that we didn't manage to get the Colorado as well very safely in there. But destroyers will of course be quicker. So I think we're going to snap over now to actually engaging these fighters. We don't unfortunately have the direct control over the DDs to fire the AA off ourselves. Okay, so I think we're nearly in range there. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to stop the first load of Judies there, possibly even the second, which is a massive shame because they will do a lot of damage to our destroyers if they hit a flush attack there. Can we actually see if they've done any damage? Doesn't look like they hit. We are going to have to stop this mid-dive though to make a big difference here. Very difficult to get the damage on there though, to get the shots on. Looks like they're about to drop, but I think we're okay there. I'm going to actually ignore that group and go over here for this one. The closest one is right above us actually, reading the radar totally wrong. There we go. Oh my god. Oh dearie me. Look at that. It's not hitting. There we go, but that might be a little too late. Might be a little too late. That one's certainly dropped, hasn't it? Oh my dear lord. My lord. It's too much. It's far too much. Oh, come on. No, that's dropped, but I don't think that was on target at all. Really don't think that was on target. That's going to drop by the time we get round to it, unfortunately, as well. Luckily, I think the Japanese are hindering themselves more than we are with their terrible aim. And that is, unfortunately, we've got to count on here. How are we doing with the CV? Just going to launch another flight of Mustangs off since they have landed. Come on. Can't quite get the lead on that. Come on, come on. There we go. We're at least putting them off their aim there. Losing sight of them though. Come on. Come on. The destroyer's doing very well to not go down here. I don't want to check their... oh my god, we're stalling. Actually, that might be useful to help us dive down, to be honest, to catch that. Let's bring these over very quickly. Launch a second flight out as well.
Oh boy, we got another one.
Might be a bit late to help that. The destroyers seem to be doing okay though. Looks like the other flights are coming in because reloading mid-air is a thing in this game. And that goes for you as well as your enemies. So I'm just going to run in here very quickly. There's only one bomber. But that will make a difference, like we said, and we're stalling again. Ooh, that was close. I was waiting for that to go on a lot longer.
Landing ships in position, ready to start landing procedure.
Landing ships. Hold until the fighters have cleared the area.
Acknowledged, sir.
Corsair squadrons, take out the Japanese bunker network.
Give them hell, guys.
Enemy air forces are inbound.
Okay, there we go, and that is why we didn't swap our Corsairs for perhaps shooting stars, is what was going through my head, because I don't believe the shooting stars get equipped with rockets. What we could do is land these Mustangs and equip them with rockets. In fact, I think that's what we're going to do to the two fighter squadrons there. Leave this out. Actually going to land this one as well since it's close and come back out with rockets just to make things a little quicker when attacking these fortresses and emplacements there. Do have some zeros about already though, we can see on the ground, so attacking the airfield I think is going to be the highest priority to begin with, and in fact I think that's what we're going to target to begin with and see if we can actually do any damage to that. The zero is just getting in the way there as ever, waiting for that to get out of the way, but first then, while we're waiting, might as well shoot down some zeros ourselves. Like so. Shouldn't be particularly difficult as they're coming off of the ground there.
Enemy squadron destroyed.
We can find the other group, that would be great. So there they are, just coming off the landing strip. Very honourable display here from us, but it does need to happen because we do not want any interference here. Absolutely outclass the zero as well with these fighters. Okay, so can we actually target the airfield now? There we go. That should not have any armour there. Can we launch? We can launch more fighters. That is excellent stuff. Let's get as many Mustangs, and we can actually launch some bombers as well, can we? Did I read that right? Or were those Corsairs? There were Corsairs, but we do have bombers here. So I think we're going to go for the airfield once again in a second. Definitely going to keep on top of these zeros though. I think I could trust the AI to hit their rockets on a static target there. Should be fine with that. Then we might think about strafing some AA emplacements once again, because there are quite a few of those. Just a couple to think about. It looks like we have lost those Corsairs, unfortunately. So let's go for this light AA here, this coastal gun here, and just strafe what we can. Get some height. Come back down for these light bunkers here and such. Just skim that. Very nice show of our piloting skills there. Did we manage to hit that? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, bollocks. Should have stayed alive to that. There's the airfield though. And that is not doing anything, so we are going to want to hit that with Dauntlesses. And that's not a problem. We can absolutely do that. So what we're going to do first then is, of course, get some guns. Get some coastal guns. Let's get some orders out, shall we? Like so. Go to the Dauntlesses and actually bomb that airfield so we don't have so many zeros coming out. And once the zeros have stopped, we can absolutely focus on our main objectives there, which are these fortresses. We're just going to sidetrack over to them anyway, since there's a hell of a lot to destroy here. And a 1 or 2 zeros with all of our Mustangs shouldn't be too much of a problem. We do want this down. Very glad we can gun down the fortresses very slowly with our main armaments there, without the rockets while they're on cooldown. You can see in the top left a total counter of any installations remaining, and a total of 21 at the moment. Rather massive indeed. What is this? Let's try and rocket down that. Brilliant stuff. Say fortress just there. Could just get that before we... Yeah, there we go. Pretty sure we scraped the ground there with our undercarriage, but it's not a problem. Does not matter. No one in the whole world saw. We got hit down there. Okay, cool. Not entirely sure what hit us there. I'll take it. I think the rockets from the Mustang, if they haven't changed this in the Remastered pack actually do more damage than Corsair rockets. I remember playing multiplayer back in the day, and the horrible tactic on both sides on island capture was to rush down the enemy's airfields. If you were playing as the Japanese, you used the Oka carrier, but if you were playing Americans, you'd actually rush it down with Mustang rockets. We're going to try this out here, actually. That's the HQ. Do we actually... Oh, where is the airfield? Should be just here. Let's give it a go.
Enemy aircraft incoming.
That's doing some damage. We need a lot more, though. Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting indeed. Of course, on multiplayer, you would hit the headquarters. But I don't think that's going to do a lot on here. We can give it a go in a second. Really wondering where our Corsairs are, actually. Not our Corsairs, our Dauntlesses. They should have come in by now. Yeah, here they are. Looks like they have dropped already. So we are going to target that airfield once again. And go over like that. So I'm getting a little fed up of these zeros constantly coming off.
We're taking fire.
And it looks like it's made to be indestructible. So what we're going to do is actually go for the HQ there. And that's not a problem at all. That should go down. Should do. Okay, where's that zero gone? Just trying to get the turn on that. Trying to get the turn on there. Can feel that our turn is rather hindered by these rockets. Wasn't expecting that to be so heavy on there. That's okay. Where's the HQ gone? Gonna try the damage on that. Ineffective. Oh, I see. We'll use the bombs then. That's at least confirm that.
Enemy taken out.
Don't know what we were expecting there.
Intercept was successful. Bogies are down. Enemy aircraft incoming.
Just gonna get these last coastal guns over here.
Enemy fire is being directed at us.
And where are our bombers? Here we go. Just going in for the HQ now. Looks like we're not doing anything to that either, so that is a complete waste of time. So we're going to actually rush over now with some Mustangs and such. Anywhere are our Mustangs?
That's a kill.
Let's get some more. We have been reduced rather heavily. That's interesting that they're still all the way over there. We've lost more than I thought. Might just be about to lose another. Nah, avoid the collision. There we go. Alright, so it looks like it's just the 4 installations down this side of the island, so we will focus on that. It is just a little shame that we couldn't get rid of the airfield, but I suppose if you could, that would instantly remove any threat of losing, wouldn't it? No, we missed. Missed! That should be the last one, though. And the end of the mission,
Sir,
perhaps.
a lot of our shells simply ricocheted off the island. We were too close and the trajectory was too flat.
Well, let's try air-launched rockets.
Ah, there we go. Now we can destroy the HQ. Looks like that came in just as we were bombing it as well, so we should be able to down it very quickly here.
We nailed them, sir.
He says. Let's try rockets, the narrative says, as if that's actually going to work.
That's a confirmed kill.
But not a problem, not a problem. There we go, it's now destroyed. That was a tad on the embarrassing side.
Landing ships. Clearance granted. Go.
Acknowledged, sir. Enemy fire is being directed at us. We've blown them out of the sky, sir.
Sir, Japanese strike planes are closing on our transport formation.
I want all cap and AA on station. Those troop transports have to survive. Stop them before they get a chance to release their payloads. Corsairs, intercept them.
Will this mission never end? Will it never end? Let's get as many more Mustangs as we can out then and try and protect these ships, because there's going to be a hell of a lot coming in, I bet. A hell of a lot coming in. Yeah, don't attack the airfield anymore, thank you. Just coming to order some cap over, like so. Just waiting for that to be some fighters rather than Jills. I'm actually happy they aren't Jills because I don't want any more Zero's interference. Ruddy bloody interference here. Oh, it feels good to be properly shooting down Mavises after playing our War on the Sea campaigns. They caused us a fair amount of trouble, especially in the earlier stages of our American campaign there. Which if you have not checked out, if you are a new viewer, I do highly recommend it if you're enjoying Battlestations Pacific. Nowhere near as arcadey, is not what it's going for there. It's still a very fun game if you're into the history as well. Now we are absolutely going to crush these Mavises and Jills. Now that we have, you can see on the radar, our Mustangs are coming in as well, much closer. So we shouldn't have too many issues here, especially with how quickly Mavises go down and their complete lack of defense. Completely wiping that one out. Just, yeah, looks like we're sourcing those Jills out behind us, so we're certainly going to go for the ones in front. Absolutely. I forget how good the Corsairs are. The amount of firepower they bring to the table is ridiculous for a fighter. And we haven't even shown off the Shinden yet, have we, for the Japanese? For those that haven't played Battlestations Pacific but have heard of the J7W1 Shinden, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat when we do the Japanese campaign, because we will absolutely be using that. Amazing design there. Oh, remember the first time you see a Shinden? It's quite the shock. Quite the shock to see the design philosophy there. But rather funky as well, and does have a lot of character. Not only in just how it looks visually, but the firepower it has is absolutely ridiculous. I believe it's 4 cannon mounts. Disgusting stuff. Come on, come on. No, get up. No. There we go. That'll do. Yeah, let's go. Go and get these Mavises very quickly, I think. What's the range on our rockets? That should do, shouldn't it? Not gonna hit though. Not gonna hit. No need to stall there. We don't have any naval supplies either. But once again, I was hoping for those. Would love a throttle or evasive manoeuvres naval supply right now. What is shooting us? What is shooting us? We've got some Jills below us apparently. Some rather nasty Jills.
Enemy air forces are inbound.
It looks like we're struggling with just one over there as well. Rather interesting choice. But once again, just so many planes coming in. Just indicates that they are limitless until the transports make it to their destination. That's not a problem. Gives you something to think about. Certainly gives you something to think about. But certainly the easier part of the mission here, with such slow and defenseless planes coming in. And it looks, yeah, they are coming in from just one angle as well. Nice to have that confirmed. Shall not be stalling, thank you. No more stall. Just change the orders there to be more in line with how we are flying. Just so we don't waste any time on pointless turns. Oh, that was quite unfortunate. Got his tail off there. Come on. Come on. There we go. Go for this group. Looks like we're having a little bit of trouble on these Mavises. Yeah, I can see why. I can see why. The distance not the best there. Let's see if we can get over here and finish off these Jills. So I am thinking next opportunity we get, we will be using Hellcats rather than Mustangs, simply because I very rarely get to use Hellcats in this game, and that is most... Oh, very close to a collision there. That is mostly down to my own decisions of replacing them. The next mission will be Mariana's Turkey Shoot, I believe, and well, the Battle of Philippine Sea, of course, to use its real name. But I believe Hellcats you can use in that as your main air force. So I think we will be looking at changing a ship or two over. We shall have to think about that. Shall certainly have to think about that, because that's a tough mission on the base game as well. So I imagine with any changes they're making, it will be even tougher in this mod. Which it does seem to be a running trend. Bit of a running joke from the people who made the mod. There we go, there we go. How close are those bloody transports? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Do you want the island or no? I swear, Air Force got to do everything, haven't they? Air Force has to do everything. Picking out the pieces as usual. I'm sure Navy boys would have something else to say about that. I'm sure they'd have a word or two to say about that. Bearing the brunt of the force.
Enemy aircraft incoming.
Come on, come on, come on. More armour than you think with these Mavises. They're just going to get some cheeky rockets off that are totally going to miss. Yeah, can you do as I said? Thank you very much. No, maybe not. That's okay, doesn't matter. That was the higher priority threat anyway. I swear, those roddy bloody landing ships. They should go on speedboats, really. How slow they are. Can you imagine that? Invading on a speedboat. Oh, do you see that collision? Rather unfortunate there. That's put our Corsair squad down to one plane. I think that's due to collisions on both of those losses, actually. Ace pilot, of course. There we go, that's that one done with. Done and dusted. And once we've downed these, it should be nice like coconut rice. The landing troops taking the longest possible routes to the beach there. Can't help but think the more direct route is actually quicker. But I may be wrong there, just a little bit. It did look like there were some coastal guns still on that beach though. So you can't blame them. There we go, there we go. Are we going to go? Come on, landing ships. Are we waiting for... Oh my god, we are waiting for the total capture as well. We can see the blue bar of power there just starting to emerge in that HQ. There we go. So that is going to take some time still.
Enemy plane is going down. Target aircraft have been neutralized, sir.
Have we lost the squadron there? Looks like we have. That's rather unfortunate, eh? That's okay, we've got this in reserve. Bring that over. We do have some more Mustangs over here, which we apparently have had for quite a while. So we're expecting some sort of silver medal, I think. I think we only missed the secondary so far to not lose a battleship. How's the progress going? It should be going fairly quick. No, my god, how is it not going quickly? Thought it was slow on the multiplayer. The multiplayer is still open, actually, I believe, if anyone is interested. It is a little bit difficult on PC, though, because of the requirements for a Windows Live account, which I don't believe exists anymore. So it is a little bit difficult, but there are guides out there to get it working. If anyone is ever interested in playing a multiplayer game of Battlestations Pacific, that would be absolutely amazing. I would absolutely be up for that. Perhaps we could organise something if people do own the game and are interested. But I think we would require some sort of solid forum or media to organise that. So that is something we will have in the works as well for those interested. Do have plans in mind. Many a plan in mind. But the first one is to get this fucking mission done. Come on, guys. How long is it going to take? How long is it going to take? Okay, so coming to the last little bit of the capture progress now. It has been quite a while. Thought we'd skip ahead just because it's been fighting exactly the same groups over and over again.
The island is in American hands. Marines, set up a temporary command center at the airfield. All forces on shore are to report there. It's over. We did it. My God,
finally over.
Fight for every inch. Still, it's a good start.
And there we go. Long, probably one of the longer missions we've had so far. Do apologise for skipping through that last engagement, but it was just the exact same air groups over and over again. Felt it might be a tad boring to watch and listen to me go on and on. But there we go, we're done.
Tarawa was to be our pioneering amphibious assault against defended shores. We made mistakes and things went wrong, but we learned a lot too. Despite the continuous naval bombardment and airstrikes, the Japanese were able to hold out in their underground foxholes. American casualties have been high though. We need to rethink further amphibious operations in order to make them more effective.
Yeah, we certainly do. Look at that, a bronze medal. Horrible, horrible stuff. Why is that? And that's just because we didn't do one. Should have got a silver medal, at least for doing the hidden objective, which we didn't even get a hint about there. Didn't even think there'd be a hidden objective there. With just one secondary failed, got a bronze, and that is disgusting stuff. But not a problem. 52 minutes mission time, that's a longie. That's probably the longest Battlestations episode we're going to have so far. So with that being said, that is that. I believe we have next time the Battle of the Philippine Sea, which is the Marianas Turkish shoot. I don't know how I feel about that. There's a lot of carriers in that particular battle, as I'm sure you're aware, even from a historical standpoint. So again, thank you very much for watching. We're doing the Battle of the Philippine Sea in the next Battlestations episode. So I hope you have enjoyed today's. I've been the Edified Gamer, and I hope all your nights and days are auspicious. Goodbye.